Basketball on the Big Ten Network is sponsored by Jeep. A Sunday high noon tip at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette. The 8th-ranked Purdue Boilermakers hosting the Maryland Terrapins. Just about set from West Lafayette, Indiana. But not before Jeffrey Anderson gets everybody ready.
Yeah, got to carve space out.
And it will be Maryland with the basketball again. They are coming off an impressive win against Ohio State on Thursday. Here's their 5-star freshman, Queen, but he's a little out of control.
They cleared out that whole side, and Cam Heide hung in there. Got a good contest on Queen's dribble drive.
Purdue, that tough loss at Penn State we talked about Thursday, 81-70 with all those turnovers, the most they've had in 5 seasons. In the corner, open three. A good look, but off the mark. Look at Heide flying through, but we're going to head the other way. Preseason Big Ten Player of the Year, so good at distributing the basketball.
His numbers off the bounce down from last year. Not shooting as well, but he's very capable, and this guy very capable as well. Rodney Rice, 3-level scorer. Not shooting it great from 3 the last couple games, but he's been really efficient from 2.
Virginia Tech transfer, getting Maryland on the board. A little over 90 seconds in.
Maryland will mix and match their defense. A little 2-3 zone here.
They move the ball so well around the arc. Heide will let it fly. In and out. Whoa! Miles Colvin, hello! The sophomore from Indianapolis can fly. And he ties us at 2 with an emphatic putback dunk. That gets Mackey energized. Here's Queen, 18-footer. Yes, he's got everything in his game.
I think Kevin Willard said it best. He's not going to be here very.
Good athlete for the Painters
Julian,
as well.
The Reese family may be a little more athletic.
Braden Smith, great feed. Heide, up and in, and the foul.
Well, we've seen a possession where Maryland. Heide the last 2 games, just 2 points, 0 of 4 from the field. Braden Smith getting dribble penetration. Selton Miguel can't get beat like that on the baseline.
And then get an early bucket. Pretty quiet the last 2 games, just 2 points. Didn't even have a field goal in those efforts.
They need him to be aggressive. Early on in the season, was kind of the odd man out with Daniel Jacobson. With the Jacobson injury, he's gotten much more time and for the most part has played much better.
Gillespie. High arcing and down for Jacoby Gillespie.
He's got a Steph
team than a year ago.
No question. Last year they were just hoping for anybody to make a shot. It's a totally different deal this year in College Park.
Kaufman-Renn, pretty left hand.
That's the area of his game where he's really worked at it. Getting to that left hand, going to that right shoulder. First 2 seasons we saw Trey Kaufman-Renn all right hand.
There's the left hand from Gillespie, and that will get him to the line when we
game. But you have to think for Raleigh Burgess going against Derek Queen.
And he knocks down both at the line.
You think about having to replace a guy like Jameer out that side. Reese got a good look, and he's certainly done a better job this year of expanding his game a little bit out to that 13, 14 feet area.
How about that nifty move by Smith?
But just so physical there. With
points got in foul trouble last game. Here's the turnover. 3-on-3 up top. Oh boy. Goaltending. They're going to count the bucket by Heide. If he would have been able to slam that, it would have been an unbelievable play.
Well, Cam Heide is such a good athlete here. You throw it up to him. Gapari is right there with him. Both those guys high flyers. Braden Smith showing the trust. This is quite the athletic play to go get this.
He fell pretty hard, but thankfully he got up. He's fine.
Julian Reese more than capable of going to work on the block.
This man can go to work. Rice. Long rebound. Purdue on the run out. Leaving it for Lawyer. Got it.
That's all feel from Braden Smith. And that about you. You're the best dressed guy in this industry, man.
When you work with the voice of college basketball, Robbie Hummel, you've got to step your game up.
We're full of it.
Here's Gillespie trying to stop the 7-0 run with a step back. Boy, that's pretty.
But the space he's creating there, he's just breaking Jakar. Tough shot that was.
Kid from Greenville, Tennessee, was at Belmont the last 2 years. Proved himself there and now doing it at the next level in the Big Ten. Here's Berg. And there's that height advantage.
The one thing about Berg is he has been efficient on the year. 90% from the field. That's a pretty tough bucket on Julian Reese.
But on the other side, Rodney Rice from the wing.
Well, you get some dribble penetration on the glass.
But somehow he lost it. Lawyer comes away with it. 4 Maryland turnovers. Braden Smith, what a good shot fake. And the 18-footer drops down.
Well, against that drop coverage, it's on the guard to get over. Great shot fake there. Gillespie goes flying by, and Braden Smith drills it.
Here's Gillespie. He has been the offense so far, finding Queen, and Queen finding the bucket.
But I love the way that Maryland and Kevin Willard empty out that backside. You've got that before the game here.
I'm sure it's better than yours, yeah. Okay, the clock is fixed. A few seconds taken off. Reese to the basket. And the second attempt, no, and he'll have a pair of free throws.
Like Reese going against the freshman. Maryland putting Riley Burgess in some action and making him guard.
He gets the second.
It looks so much better. They've worked really hard on him with his shot. He's shooting 15-footers. Free throw looking a lot better. The fact that he's shooting over 70% from the line is huge.
All knotted at 18. We expected a great game between these two, and we've got it through 10 minutes.
Trey Coffin-Renn back on the floor. We'll see how long he stays out there.
And he's playing with 2 fouls. Look good doing it right there.
Well, Derek Queen has to understand. He looked like he was going to lay it up and then changed his mind.
And nobody was there to defend him. What a putback. Miles Colvin again. But Colvin's become the backboard there, missed by Braden Smith. In the corner, 3-pointer for Rodney Rice.
That doesn't happen without the push of Jacoby Gillespie, the floor up for everybody else.
Such a difference from last year for the Terrapins. Coffin-Renn, back iron.
There's Reese just sitting on that left shoulder.
And there is Julian Reese right to the rim. Hell sizing up Smith, backing up, left it short. Braden Smith will stop and pop, and it rolls down.
Well, the Braden Smith man off the bounce. He loves just coming off and pulling.
And he might shoot him out of that drop coverage. Mid-range game, no. Queen on the offensive glass.
It's a man's game, but a guy that can put it on the floor as well. Maryland just not converting at the basket.
Again, this is where they've done their damage. Rice left it short, got it back. Second time works.
Well, Braden Smith was there rotating to try to contest that 3, but he ran.
4 media timeout.
We don't all have 15 suits to choose from.
All right. Let's see if Purdue can find some better offense to choose from here. Both of these offenses continuing to struggle a bit. Braden Smith, that is a tough fadeaway shot.
And it's about as well defended as you can hope for. If you're Maryland, man, you just tip your cap and you go back and play offense.
9 points, 4 assists for the preseason player of the year in the conference. Jay Young getting some minutes here off the bench. That rolls down. There's Selton Miguel, the 5th-year senior.
Well, Jay Young getting great penetration off that dribble.
Those two guys that connected on that basket, Young and Miguel. One a 5th-year senior, the other 6th-year in college. A lot of experience. First run. Oh, he missed the jam. We've had several missed dunks in this first half. And then Miguel on the other end.
You miss a layup or a dunk since high school. He looks great.
Deshaun Harris-Smith wild, and a rebound by Miles Colvin. Purdue avoiding the turnover, and then First finishes.
That was great defense from Miles Colvin. Gets a piece of that thing, starts the break, and this time Caleb First finishes the deal.
Second Big Ten game for both of these teams. Purdue trying to avoid an 0-2 start in conference play. And Queen gets bumped. And he will go to the line, and he has a couple of words. So he came in
at the rim, has been efficient posting up. He has played like a 5-star prospect, and there's no.
Inside of a minute. Smith. And there's Queen with 10 rebounds. Wait, there's a foul. Is that going to be, this is a huge call.
Call it on Selton.
1-1 for Coffin-Renn.
Well, you notice the special things in these games.
He got the bounce, so he on Purdue. Gillespie trying to drop it off. Knocked out. It'll stay on this end.
Jakari Harris got behind, but he stayed in the play. Impressive.
He had 8 points early, but since then Purdue has turned the water off on Jacoby Gillespie. He's looking to attack here. Long rebound, and Maryland will keep it. Still about a 10-second difference, shot and game clock. Queen will set the screen and then roll, and then dish. There's Rice. And Reese was being held by Lawyer.
Queen just going up there and physically dominating that offensive rebound. Good pass.
Yeah, Queen set it up for Gillespie. But now Purdue will have a chance for one final shot. Braden Smith. Three for Harris is blocked by Reese. And Maryland is coming to Mackey. And through 20 minutes, taking a...
Tried to see the first play of this half go right through him.
He's just 2 of 8 from the floor. Here is Trey Kaufman-Renn. Taken away.
Gillespie.
Yeah, Gillespie read it. And then on the other end,
wow.
What a tough finish.
Boy, get to the body of Cam Heide and then switch hands to the left there. That was beautiful by Jacoby Gillespie.
Wide open. They left Lawyer. You cannot leave Fletcher Lawyer that wide open.
Yeah, you did 2 on the ball and just no one matching up.
We talked about it before the game, Robbie. They're learning how to play together, Queen and Reese.
And you saw them against Marquette where they really couldn't at the end of that game. And Marquette's really good, but this is going to be a process, but they are making strides and getting better at doing just that. Game at Penn State was that he made some jumpers.
Lawyer against the taller Queen, puts it over his head.
It's a tough contested shot.
Down to a 3-point game. How about Smith with a block? Rising at 6 feet to reject it. And then he'll try to tie it, and he does! And now Purdue can grab the lead. And if they do, the roof's going to come off Mackey, but Queen has other ideas. Through, and he lays it in to quiet the crowd.
That's a freshman making a massive defensive play. Purdue looks like they've got numbers, but Queen with that long reach, getting a hand on it, kept it high and scored the basketball.
And somehow he looks like he never breaks a sweat out there.
The game looks easy for him. Now, Jason Horowitz asked Kevin Willard last game against Ohio State why it looks so easy. He goes, because he's a pro.
Wow. Trey Kaufman-Renn counted, and the foul. And now Kaufman-Renn putting Purdue back in front. Miguel short.
But really good activity there. Braden Smith in, gets out to contest. Trey Kaufman-Renn flying in. A good defensive possession there by Purdue.
Maryland got up by 7, but Purdue trying to go up 4 here, and Will Smith.
Seen much of in the Big Ten over the last 15 years.
And another wrinkle for Kevin Willard to get those 2 bigs playing well together. Deshaun Harris-Smith down inside. Queen with a reverse.
But I love the fact Deshaun Harris-Smith catches that with already momentum going, dishes it off.
Well, Kevin Willard took Deshaun Harris-Smith out of the lineup, but he says his attitude off the bench has been tremendous.
And just more comfortable. He can run the show. He can play some point guard. And you think with Rodney Rice, just that shooting around these bigs, really good. And there's a shooter right there. Derek Queen, that fit.
Hard to believe they've already been in the conference a decade now. Down inside Miguel. Off the window for 2.
That help defense is coming over, and it didn't faze Selton Miguel at all. He gets downhill against Fletcher Lawyer. These Maryland guards. Miguel's got size. Rice can really score. Harris-Smith has size.
Teardrop, no. First on the other side. Yes! Tied at 48, and he'll go to the line. Former Indiana Mr. Basketball saw a lot of time early in his career, but that's kind of dwindled. Second foul on Lawyer. Queen trying to get it over the top. Instead, he'll just rip it and drive it.
Well, they're looking to go high-low, but that's not there. And Derek Queen just...
First minutes he's seen today.
Good to see him healthy again.
But this is rare without Queen and Reese on the floor.
I thought Trey Kaufman-Renn was going to be in our laps right there.
I would have run for the exits. Lawyer scored a tough finish. They took a shot in the unmentionables there to put Purdue back up 51-50. He's okay, though.
Thanks, doctor.
The lawyer name will live on. In the corner, 3 for Rodney Rice.
But a good screen there. That flare action, you get Rice to the corner. Good recognition by Maryland to hit him and let it fly.
Gosh, this is great action here these last 5 minutes. Little lob, and Heidi throws it down. Rice gives it up to Gillespie. Geronimo sets the screen. Gillespie driving, hanging, battle for it. And it's going to lead to a tie-up. It will.
Has been more of what we probably expect in this game. Both teams shooting over 50% from the field.
Threes have been by Lawyer and Smith, that guard tandem. An 8-1 start in that win over Ohio State. They've looked pretty good.
Their talent is way better. And not to say that Jameer Young was not talented, because he really was, but the guys around him, it's just a different deal for Maryland this year.
Trey Kaufman-Renn is starting to come around in the second half. Team lead changes. Good pass. Harris on the baseline, navigating. And now Kaufman-Renn wants to go to work. Backing down Queen, using the pivot to perfection. That's the Trey Kaufman-Renn that's been on display for most of this season. He's got 13 now. Gillespie driving dish.
Look at the way they're guarding Harris Smith. Fletcher Lawyer just in stopping the ball, and there's Derek Queen's first 3 of the year. It was just a
rebound. Will Queen let it go again? Oh, okay. So he missed his first 11 in his college career from deep, and now he's hit 2 in a row.
Just picking and
talked about his shooting, but he's good taking care of the ball. He's good defensively. Gillespie, what a pickup from Belmont. Baseline, Miguel to Harris. Smith and Matt Painter takes a timeout. Braden Smith was hot to start the half. Let's see what he does here. Nice pass, Kaufman-Renn. Oh, Queen accidentally knocked it back in. Went for deep, Purdue rebound.
Braden Smith with those long arms tipping that ball. Could have easily been a second chance opportunity for Maryland.
Over the top. You can't touch that.
Well, you get Derek Queen to commit, and Braden Smith.
Queen cross-court skip. What a pass that was. 3 off the mark by Miguel, though. 63-62 in the second Big Ten game of the season for these two clubs. And there's Braden Smith getting the defender on his hip and right. Put it up. How about Braden Smith's
different selection, preseason Big Ten Player of the Year for a reason. Derek Queen, McDonald's All-American.
Derek Queen navigating. Lost it. Tries to get it back. And he throws it away. Braden Smith. He'll take it. Got it. Holding, but no whistle.
We will take a shot like that every trip down. Short roll and spray. Good offense.
Gillespie up top for Queen. He collects, and he scores it. Maryland needed that.
And that's, again, that open-sided pick and roll.
10-0 Boiler run as we approach the 4-minute mark.
That Braden Smith. Kapari was late.
Kaufman-Renn going to try to do it himself here. Got it back, lays it in.
He's stuck with it. Kapari's got that leg.
Controllers here. Gillespie. Yes, he's got 15 now.
That drop coverage, he comes off. Miles Colvin getting picked off. That's a Gillespie step-in 3. That drop coverage, if your guard doesn't get over the screen, it's going to be an open shot. We got drop coverage 3s everywhere.
Oh, goodness.
Convert.
This, by the way, matches the largest lead for Purdue today. They'll try to add to it. Here's Lawyer. Down inside. Outside. Heidi. Yes.
Willard's got options, but it needs to involve the big fella.
He gives it up to Miguel. Across the way to Rice. They got a pretty good look.
That's a shot that you'll take. Ronnie Rice, a 35% three-point shooter. A good look there off the Miguel cut.
Braden Smith hung in the
his
air.
feet. He's fortunate there.
It was Queen who knocked it out. Maryland so dominant Thursday in that 24-point win against Ohio State. And they had the lead here for a lot of the game, especially early. But right now it's the Boilers who have the 8-point advantage. Smith patient, gets the screen. 3 to shoot. Left hand high out the window.
It doesn't get any tougher than that. Defender on your hip, Derek Queen on the contest. Braden Smith puts that to the top of the backboard with his left hand and finds a way to finish.
8-0 run, double-digit lead. Queen can't connect. And Maryland can feel it slipping away. And now this is where Braden Smith can just take some time.
They're going to bleed this clock, and it's going to be late pick and roll. Your best player make a play.
What a second half for Braden Smith, and now he's got 24 and 10. The 24 points, a new career high for him. 3 seconds, fade away 3. Boy, if that would have dropped, it really would have been his day.
Brandon, look how high that goes off the glass.
Unbelievable finish. Maryland needs something in a hurry, and Gillespie provides it.
Miles Colvin going under. I know that ball screen is high, but you don't want to give up threes right now if you're Purdue.
The final minute, you got to go ahead and foul, don't you?
I think so. You burn these 20, and you're down to 30 seconds. That's taking a lot of the time off.
And they're going to play it out right now. Heidi.
That was smart by Cam Heidi.
And he says, let's take 10 more seconds off. Well, now you don't want to foul.
And Matt Painter called a timeout.
It's their first Final Four since 1980 last year. Trying to get it in here, they do to Smith. Lawyer, long range. Missed it. Offensive rebound, though.
Well, now you have to foul.
And they do.
But that's the thing. You know, you don't get to stop. You've let this fall down to 30.
In and out. Rare miss free throw from Lawyer. Miguel. Blocking foul. Count it. And Maryland is not done yet.
Maryland playing with.
And Miguel does complete the three-point play. 26 seconds remaining. They get it in the front court. Heidi all alone. He got fouled on the jam.
To be a player. Last 2 games, only taken 4 shots. In San Diego, he played at such a high level. A lot of ability, but Cam Heidi's got to find more consistency.
And now it's desperation time for the Terps. Queen driving, Queen slamming.
That's the thing about those threes going in. Now that shot fake looks a little different to defenders.
It gets it back down to 5, but only 11 remaining. And they will foul Heidi with 8.5 remaining. Well, even if Purdue.
The schedule kind of lightens up before they get back into Big Ten play, but I think the team to really compete this year.
Took them to the NCAA tournament's first year. Last year they struggled under 500. It looks like they're going to fall a little bit short here today. Miguel fading. It'll go, but it won't matter. And Purdue, well, they're going to foul here with a half a second, so we're not done yet. 20 free throws between the two teams, and a lot of those have come here in the last couple of minutes. Drop to 1-1. And Purdue gets the 83-78 win over Maryland in the second Big Ten game of the season. That will do it from Mackey Arena. Thanks to our fantastic crew headed up by Glenn Hallis and Andrew Greathouse and everybody else. For Robbie Hummel, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. The Nebraska women's hoops coming up here in just a moment.